I had that background on still. I'm gonna turn that off.
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
Off to a great start, boys.
But hey, we're at the Gaining Purpose podcast. We have Ashton over there to my left. We have me. Everybody else is from a band that we all just love so much called Septum
Band
Bone.
that for 25 seconds I am a part of.
I don't know if I
Septum
consider.
Bone.
You guys consider Ashton a member? Revert it if you have.
No.
Everybody, if everyone wants to introduce themselves and what they do, go for it. We can go either which direction.
Let's start with
All right.
Dan.
I'm Dan. I'm songwriter and guitar player. And I have a Floyd Rose, and I'm gonna go squee a whole bunch.
Hell yeah!
Sick.
Right?
You two down there.
I'm Tim. I play bass. I produce the music as well. I like to yell at people on stage. That's typically what I do when I play bass. That's about it.
You punch your bass a lot too.
It's been a while. I quit doing that. It hurts.
It hurts. It hurts my hand when I punch it too hard. I've decided to stop myself. And who else do we got with Tim?
All right. Well, I'm Cody. I play the drums and I write all the drums for the music. So I guess I could say I'm also a songwriter of sorts. And I mainly just try to keep my stands from not falling on stage because people like to stage dive crazy amounts when we play, and that makes me so happy. So that's a happy struggle. And so yeah.
And you have a crazy double
And
bass.
that's everyone that is here. So how are you guys today?
Wrap it up.
Hey, there's an egg in
There's
this
an
general
egg.
vicinity that needs to be addressed.
That's our little egg.
So
I'm
like
the-
you, Andrew. This
the
is not
ne-
the Septum Bone podcast.
The intervention.
This is the roast.
The roast of Andrew Dean. That's actually
I'm the Neanderthal translator.
yeah, and you're also the only
I read the
returning guest
paper.
here. You've been here before.
Return guest.
You got roped into coming in today. It was like,
Yeah, I wasn't involved until about
Literally within 5 minutes, we got the text of "I don't want to join," and then Tim texted, "He's down, he's doing it." I was like, "Nice."
okay, fun. He's here. Yeah, then I get to.
I mean, what's the point of 3/4 of us in here?
Yeah,
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I busted an ass to get off work to make sure I got here on time.
Oh hell yeah!
What'd you do, Andrew? What'd you do? Hmm?
Andrew just went home.
Yeah, I went home.
Hell yeah!
Drove
also,
home.
also before we
Real
get
casual like.
before we get into a real conversation, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out first because I think there's something we can all talk about real quick. But has everybody ate today? And what did you all eat today? Because we love food here. And
Andrew has not eaten.
I
Don't
have not
tell me
eaten.
that.
whoa,
I've had nothing but coffee and water today.
what kind of coffee?
Plain black coffee.
Ooh, good choice, good choice. That's what I had this morning. So I'm all here for it.
Why do you hate yourself?
We don't have enough time for that, bro.
They're having a whole ass therapy session.
What did you have to eat today? Coffee and water.
Hey, better than my diet.
Before I say what I've eaten, how vulgar am I allowed to be on this?
As,
Incredibly.
yeah, you can,
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. So,
Wait.
last night I had what could only be described as violent diarrhea. I'm a little under the weather right now. Like, it felt like the doo-doo was punching my asshole on the way out. Like, it was angry. So I have had nothing but water, pills, and fucking Ricolas today.
that sounds like an amazing day.
When you said vulgar, Andrew's face.
Dude, I'm so scared about what you're doing.
How worried did you get?
Dude, man, I thought that was it for us.
We about to get canceled, boys.
Cody, what have you had to eat?
I had 2 glizzies.
What kind of toppings on them?
Nothing. Plain.
Just raw dogged them?
Please tell me you had buns at least. Did you have
Yeah, I
buns?
mean, I had buns, but they were just plain. But the buns were toasted with butter, and that's it.
So you were just raw dog and buns and glizzy.
I raw dog my dogs, bro.
Let's get.
Thank God.
Raw dogs are under fucking rated, man. Like,
Oh, I agree.
sometimes a plain hot dog hits better than like chili, mustard, whatever the hell.
You're damn right it
But it's
does.
got to be really
and
good.
What did you have to eat?
The dog has to be good. The bun has to be toasted. If it's not, then I'll get toppings. But where I got it from, like, just awesome.
That's fair.
It was
Exactly.
Dario. You guys,
You know, I've lived here for almost 10 years and I've never been to Dario.
Yeah, we got
Dude,
change.
Dario's the shit. Dario is like the pals of here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nah, cookout.
Mm.
it's like Chick-fil-A of cookout.
That's like the North Carolina thing to me. I know it's
Yeah.
more plain, but it's like the thing.
Okay.
That's fair.
Shout out that sick ass Ends of Sanity shirt, and it's literally the cookout menu.
That's awesome. That's hard.
Dope.
So Andrew, you haven't ate today, buddy?
No, I have. I had a personal
have?
pizza from Pizza Hut, and that's it. I'm not gonna say anything else.
No, what you sipping on? What you sipping on?
Chick-fil-A.
Freighter.
Oh, we're gonna have to kill him. I swear,
Oh,
Andrew
wow.
eats more pizza
I don't
than
have
anyone else that
cane.
I know.
No,
If I
I
had
eat pizza. I can guarantee that.
Yeah? You eat the most
Yeah.
pizza in the group?
Vouch here.
Okay.
Oh, Tim, pizza's a fucking food group to Tim.
Oh, same here. I love a
Hey.
pizza.
I mean, a slice is shaped like the food pyramid. I'm just saying.
Real shit right
That's
there.
all-
Exactly.
That's all what I need.
So you and
I would just
Andrew
like to say-
are the same where I can text you at least 2 or 3 times a week possibly, and the answer for food is gonna be, I'm getting pizza tonight. 'Cause
Yep.
It's constant.
It's the best.
It's
And if I cook at home, it's a frozen pizza.
You know what that means we have to do now? We need to have a pizza off between Andrew and Tim. It'll kill one of you.
we can
But-
we can host it.
I'm hoping for the.
What you gonna say
I was
there?
just saying, we went to Cece's Pizza for my birthday earlier this month.
There's
Yes,
a
we
C-
fucking did.
Cece's is goaded.
You guys have a CC's?
Yeah.
The closest CC's is in Knoxville.
I know there's one even in Knoxville.
Ashton,
There is.
Johnson City used to have one.
Ashton, I know we plan on going
Yeah,
to.
Fun for years.
I know
we're
we're
going
planning.
to Gus's.
I'm
Max wants to go to Gus's so bad.
We can back to back.
How do I tell my boyfriend that I don't like fried chicken as much?
You go. I don't like fried
You
chicken.
don't.
I like
That's what I'm
skinless.
thinking, Dan.
I like chewy chicken, just more so than crunchy.
See, I
Okay.
worked at a Zaxby's.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait, pause.
what'd you say?
Chewy chicken?
You like the rubber
You,
ass chicken?
you asked a question. You said, "How do I tell my boyfriend that I don't like crispy?" I like, and you want to say it politely. Well, crunchy chicken's really good, but I prefer the chewy variety.
Like
You mean
raw?
grilled?
No, raw.
Yeah, well, sure.
Chicken's
medium
just
rare.
See, okay, I
boiled
like
The medium
I
rare
do
chicken's
like
my
fried
favorite.
chicken, but like Cane's.
Yeah, Cane's is the goat.
never been to one.
That's
Amazing.
great.
What is
Only
it in
going to
Louisville? What's the one in
Crystal?
Louisville?
I don't like the sauce.
Jemima?
I had a.
Oh yeah, you don't know. Never mind. You didn't go because you're a loser.
Where did you come from
Anyway.
with that, Ashton?
Let's move on from food and move on into music.
We can do
Okay.
that. We can do that.
I got a question for 3 of you. Andrew, you've answered this question one too many times.
Oh, is it the question?
Yeah. You can only have one. I'm going to give you 3 albums.
Oh,
So, did you lose an album?
What?
You said 4.
You said 4. Ashton,
Oh, I'm not counting that one anymore.
Okay, go ahead.
You can only have 3 albums. Or one album.
You can only have
Oh,
3
shit.
out of the 3.
I'm going to give you 3 albums and you can only have one. Master Killer, Truth in the Age of Lies, Satisfaction.
Master Killer.
Dan gets it.
All right, one at a time. Dan,
Master Killer, 100 fucking percent.
Tim,
Satisfaction.
Cody.
Cody.
Don't listen to either of them. I'm Can't
I knew
answer.
that was coming. I knew it. I love
I
it.
don't know.
I know. I saw your face, Andrew,
I
too.
was like, Cody's not gonna pick any of these.
Cody, what's your favorite Dying Fetus album?
Oh shit.
Oh, there you
Good question.
There you go. Good counter.
Probably Rain Supreme.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's a goated one right there, brother.
Yeah, and that's not saying that that's like at triumphs all over. It's just like everything that like to me, Dying Fetus wise, that like even like their newer stuff is just fucking right. It's such a good. It evolved so well from Reign Supreme, but it's because, in my opinion, of Reign Supreme how they started going that way. Because like Reign Supreme is just like a good. They got that. We can riff, but we can also blast your face off and then riff again and then put a two-step in it because fuck you. Like
Yeah.
I just it
Because fuck you.
yeah.
It's maybe like more reeled in some way. Where like it's like
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like we could do this if we wanted to, but we're gonna give you like this like slow part instead or whatever. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
not every band out there can do that. Like the especially their newer stuff, like that's ballsy to do. And they not only did it, they did it so well. Like they were like, you know what? Sure, yeah, we can do that too. Just beyond talented, in my opinion. Yep.
I'm gonna go back to Dan in a second, but Cody, there's someone in this call right now who didn't get it until I forced them to get it. That was Ashton.
Dying Fetus.
They didn't get Dying Fetus. They were like, I don't get the appeal, and I said, just go listen to it. You get halfway through, you start doing it, and you're like, oh, I see what they're doing.
100%. I mean, hell, I play. We are a death metal band. I was the same way with Dying Fetus back in the day because, like, you know, you grow up because, and one reason I don't know those 3 albums is because I had a really weird upbringing when it comes to like how I got to playing this. I'm not like I don't want to say like everyone else is the same, but like I was kind of way off the spectrum when it came to like how I ended up here. So, but I came across Dying Fetus the same way as everyone else. Like, oh, it's another 40-year-old who has too many guitars and wearing a Dying Fetus shirt. Go figure. So I like never listened to them until someone was like, "Yo, check this, you know, For Bloom the Waste song out," and I was like. What the fuck?
Like,
yeah, that was it.
It took Ashton listening to the entire Discog to get it. I was like, just you have to. It'll click eventually.
Yeah.
It's an interesting sound, that's for sure. It's not. I will say it's a hit or miss.
When it comes to death metal, I always say that I'm very surface level. I don't like diving into it. It's just not my.
I'm the
cup of
opposite.
tea.
I love death metal, so. But you know.
But like. How I got into hardcore and how I don't like death metal is very just opposite. So I was listening to Newfound Glory and then I went right into Nails.
Which is weird because I figured that would lead you more into grind and death metal more than hardcore.
Exactly, but it didn't.
It was just the hardcore parts that you were like, this
now
is sick.
We're here.
And we're glad.
I tell you, Ashton, a band that I think that you would like that is total death metal. I feel like you would enjoy them. I mean, you give them a shot. Is Tribal Gaze, especially their
Tribal Gaze.
Oh yeah,
Tribal
Yes.
like bands that are hard, like bands, death metal bands that tour with hardcore bands.
Yeah,
I'm in.
You don't
So 6 Week Sugabog, 200 Stab Wounds, Tribal Gaze,
Frozen Soul.
Frozen Soul misses me just a little bit.
I love Frozen Soul.
Oh, that new Frozen Soul record's crazy.
It's so good.
What's the other one I'm trying to think of?
There's a
Body
lot.
Box.
100 stab.
I said 200 Body Box. I get very well. I get. I'm gonna count Snuffed on Sight here.
Oh yeah, they're.
Foghorn.
Well, see, like that's kind of surprising.
Creeping Death. Fuming Mouth.
Oh hell yeah!
Uh,
Fuming mouth.
is goated.
Yeah.
Everyone says something like that.
I don't want to like. I'm kind of surprised you don't like Dying Fetus because I feel like they're like an OG hardcore dudes playing death metal.
They are.
No.
For me?
That was like
Yeah, it's
I
like
do
them.
like Dying Fetus.
I
I do
know,
like Dying Fetus.
Like I'm surprised the first time around you didn't like them. Like Internal Bleeding,
Suffocation.
Sepultura, yeah, like that. All,
Ventura.
like all yes, like that's all to me like just hardcore dudes playing death metal way before it was like the maggot stomp thing to do.
We had a Sepultura moment
Like-
yesterday.
Like
I said Sepultura.
No, that wasn't. That wasn't what I was talking about. But that one is funny.
Is that where you buy makeup at?
And
The dude who
The
introduced me.
Ultra, they got the face mask and shit.
Yeah, it's there. Also wrote Chaos AD, one of my
That's
favorites.
what I was about to say. That album, I feel like, influenced so much hardcore, metalcore, death metal.
Yeah.
Like, every song on that album sounds like a different genre. Like, at the time, they weren't trying to do that. Like, they accidentally made, like panic chord riffs in the middle of a breakdown. And now there's, like,
Exactly.
100 bands that do that one breakdown now.
Tim,
You know,
what were you saying?
So the dude that introduced me to Sepultura definitely called him Sepultura. So don't feel too bad.
who?
It's a dude named Ricky.
It's called
Little Ricky?
Not Little Ricky. No, actually his nickname was Big Rick.
Oh, Big Rick.
He was in the first band I was ever in.
There's a big
There's a
Why
big
do
and a
you know
low
a
Rick.
Little Ricky and a big Ricky.
Little Ricky.
All right, so
North
I
Carolina
think we need to
legend.
explain for people that don't know who Little Ricky is.
Legend.
Legend is, first of all, definitely. Little Ricky is like the mascot of North Carolina hardcore, I would say. I would personally take a fucking bullet for Little Ricky.
Okay.
I used to be in a band with Ricky, actually. We were not good. We were called No Rapture. We now
That's
refer
a
to it as No
hard-ass name.
Crapture.
No Crapture is a great name.
We played one show and then we broke up. Ha.
Let's go.
But Lil Ricky is, first of all, one of the sweetest fucking people you would meet.
got a huge cock.
That's true.
Who said that?
Can we say that?
It's so dead silent.
Cody said it. Is that true?
I couldn't believe that really caught me out.
That was
Well,
for you.
That's gonna be hard to explain when I'm on the phone with him later.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. If this is like a PG
No,
rate,
it's
I
not.
had to.
It's not. That shit was so funny though. It was just out of nowhere. Got a big
He's got
cock.
a huge cock.
Like
He
okay.
does.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's proportionate to size. I mean, you know, but
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
No.
Yeah, no, we're not. No. Let's just everybody say we all love Lil Ricky and move on.
Well, let me preface. Little Ricky, like the nickname sticks. He's like legitimately like 5'2" or 5'3".
Okay.
He's shorter than me, and that's a hard thing to do.
Damn, he's shorter than you, Tyler, and you're like 6'4".
Ricky's arms stick out like this.
Yeah, because he's strong as fuck.
Mosh is
Like,
hard.
Ricky has muscles.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's small.
he used to lift
Oh,
weights.
you told me about this guy.
Mosh
Ricky is like a walking crowbar song.
Yeah, he is. That's a great
Like,
idea.
dude,
Which
like-
one?
like beer gun to carry the
I'm
load.
gonna say either Broken Glass or Existence, or not Existence, High Rate Extinction.
No, to carry the load.
Yeah, that's a good one.
To carry
Yeah,
the
we all
load.
love Ricky.
Fuck
I-
your zodiac sign. What crowbar
truly-
song are you?
You're damn right. Oh man, that fucking had me cackling.
I want to get your guys. Andrew keeps telling me that I have not had enough life experience or enough failures in my life to understand crowbar.
And he's right.
Oh, yeah. It'll get there.
You'll
Just
get
like-
it'll get there eventually. It's
You
right.
don't drink either. Neither one of you drink, but like, you
When
ain't
you
you
start
ain't been
drinking-
down bad until you're like fucking half a bottle
You'll
down
love
and
crowbar.
crowbars in the corner just going.
I'm just saying, I had a lot of drinks and shirtlessly listened to Crowbar a lot in my early 20s.
and your early 30s, because I was there for some of it.
Oh yeah, probably.
You really get crowbar whenever it goes
Shit, I
from.
forgot you were here.
You really start getting crowbar whenever it goes from, oh, this riff is sick, to, damn, that riff is sick, I need a drink.
Yeah,
That's when you really get crowbar.
crowbar making people break edge since the early 90s.
Yeah, I was about to say crowbar.
There's never been a band from New Orleans that didn't somehow make you want to become an alcoholic. Period.
Damn right.
Period.
You said, damn, a beer does sound
Wait,
good
why
today.
do you like Crowbar so much?
Because
Huh?
I'm fucking sick.
'Cause I listen to it and I'm like, I'm mentally stronger than this.
I'm stronger than this guy.
Andrew goes, give me a
Oh,
Coke
no, dude,
Zero.
And with Rick Rivers fucking me.
I'm with like a virgin Jack and Coke.
It's just a Coke Zero in a can.
Jack and Coke called the Jack.
That's Andrew's drink at the bar when he's listening to
Yeah.
Crowbar.
I hope they charge you for that shit.
So, I have a question for you three, yet again. Andrew, you're not even here, buddy. But when it comes to Septum Bone, what are you three influenced by? Like, what do you guys listen to and go, oh, fuck, this gave me an idea for this part in a song?
Pantera.
Yeah, no.
Sick.
Pantera.
Personally, like artistically and not musically, but artistically, definitely anything the Acacia Strain has ever done. Like I have them tattooed on my wrist.
That's sick.
Greatest band on earth in my opinion. Obviously, they don't come through a lot in our music, but the riffs that I write, I try to make it sound like I'm a huge fucking Taylor Young fan. Anything he's touched, I will just fucking.
I'm the
down.
same way. I'm like, well, it's good. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on my knees.
Like, damn.
Exactly. Like I don't care if he's producing, playing guitar, singing, whatever the hell. A lot of odd enough like groove stuff, like
Okay.
Sepultura, like we were talking about.
That comes through like a lot in death metal that I've listened to is like groovier riffs.
Yeah, it's the greatest
Mhm.
part of death metal.
I
What
mean,
was that? I was listening to
No.
something.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, you-
Well, I was gonna say like I pointed, but it probably doesn't work for y'all. Tim said Pantera. To me, like Pantera is like the masters at making the grooviest like heavy riffs of all time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So him saying like all the answers that Ann gave makes sense because like I mean the Acacia Train's like the grooviest deathcore band of all time. So
I wouldn't even call him deathcore, but
Yeah.
You know
that's a
what I mean.
conversation for a different day.
that's what you know what I mean. They get lumped in.
They
but
do, but
So,
Yeah.
They're a hardcore band at this point.
they really are.
Cody, when you're
Uh-huh.
writing drums,
What's your thing? What do you do? Because you have those
Yeah,
crazy
so-
kicks and everything.
you
I'm like,
are
God
one
damn.
of the most insane drummers I've ever seen.
Thanks.
It's crazy, dog.
Was it you that we were like, yeah, he has to have triggers? or
It was
else
a Bob
he goes
Fest.
Too fast.
It was at Bobfest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like,
You have to have triggers, or else you'll go too fast.
Acoustically, and that is like that's actually a correct saying because there's always jokes about triggers and stuff, but there is a point acoustically like when you play because I do. I'm not sure if anyone's watching. Well, I mean, a lot of people know this, but I play Hilltop, but I do like singles as well. But there comes a point, and I know I'll piss off the Rototom players here. An example of the 60-year-old, but they're ones who are like, yeah, figures bad, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But so the reason I've used them because you kind of hit it on the head was I can make my bass drums sound as fat and like indistinguishable from each hit as most as I can, right? But you get above a certain tempo, and we don't have a lot of crazy fast parts in our music. I played other bands and stuff where I played shit like that, but in those parts, that might be 240 or 260 or hell for a small second, like maybe we don't have things 270, but 260. There's a couple small parts. Acoustically, you can't pick that up, and so you have to have a way to distinguish those hits individually for the audience. So that's why triggers are a thing. So well, in my sense, triggers can be used for anything. I could use a trigger to. Sometimes I've used a trigger to trigger a sample, like a intro sample. I've done that. You can use triggers to make lights go on and off, but I use it for a kick sample, which is very common in metal, if you will. But I appreciate the sentiment. I think my influence on music might be even crazier.
I would love to hear it.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear
so
God.
I'm not
Hey.
being funny when I say this.
Say
It's more of a psychological thing. First of all, the normal things like obituary, obituary and travel gaze, especially travel gaze right now, has been a huge influence. Those guys
Those tribal gaze drums are crazy.
They are crazy, and also obituary as well, especially obituary, because obituary has a really good. If you listen to obituary, there's not a lot. There's a good mix of everything. There's a good mix of letting music breathe. There's a good mix of vocals. There's a good mix. There's a good mix of everything. And they really like to dance. That's the way I like to say it, right? And that kind of leads me into, because I'm trying to nutshell this. This kind of leads me to like another example of like, because there's many different weird artists. Not weird, but it sounds weird while I use this. But Michael Jackson, I listen to a lot.
That's sick.
For inspiration for a lot of stuff, and the reason being,
that doesn't surprise me. I'll tell you after.
Yeah. And the reason being, and I'm gonna use him for an example because there's a few other artists that bigger, well-known artists been out for years and years and years that I take inspiration from because, but especially like Michael Jackson's a great one because he is such a master songwriter when it came to hooking a listener and keeping that listener listening for the entire song, and just like, because like I have this saying that all the guys know here very well is like, do you want to be the track that someone like it starts to listen to on Spotify and is like, yo, this is crazy, like these guys are nuts, like wow, they're so talented, and then in 10 seconds they skip it to go to the song that makes them move, makes them bob their head, and that they put on repeat. Those are two different worlds, like, and I'm not saying that one is better than the other, like, but what do you want to be? And like, one is a place of like you can show off, right? That's fine. And the other place is like you're wanting to move people, right? I want to be moving people, so I try to listen to the people that have moved millions of people, and 100% you can transcribe that to death metal. Yeah. It's 100%. You can ask Daniel. Daniel is extremely good musician. He knows a lot more about music theory than I ever will, but he understands that extremely fucking good. Like, I like to think I have a good general understanding, but he's able to channel that down into me a little bit. But yeah, that's I know it sounds weird, but that's the reason why.
That doesn't sound as weird as you would think, to me at least, because I mean, with a combination of watching hard lore and I've done like deep dives on the internet, like YouTube and shit, about like just inspiration for metal and all that. And I can't remember what I just watched that Cro-Mags episode, and I can't remember what he was saying. It was jazz drummer. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
but like some jazz drummer inspiring Paris.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Michael Jackson's drummer was Sugarfoot, who's probably probably considered like one of the greatest drummers of all time.
Dude is a human metronome.
Yeah, human metronome style. And then what Cody just said, there's
by the way, real fast, I just want to throw this out there to you guys up there. Listen to, whenever you get a chance, listen to the song "Off the Wall" by Michael Jackson. You will undoubtedly be like, holy shit, I can mosh to this and beat people's heads in. It's insane.
Have you seen the video? So,
sorry,
I don't know if Andrew still stands on this. Andrew fully believes that you can mosh to "My Way" by Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, you can. What do you? Yeah.
So it's
I agree, but there's a video of Andrew singing it, and it's awesome.
There's not a correlation that people want to believe between what's heavy and what's hard. Me, like, you can be like a not heavy band and be hard as balls.
Yeah.
But like the thing is like Frank Sinatra, he's singing about how life told him that he had to do things this way, and he said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna do it my way." And that's the entire song. It's him saying, like, double middle fingers up, like, I'm gonna do this how I want to do it, and he made it. Like, it's
hard.
That's like the hardest.
Bluegrass.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, like,
bluegrass is violent music.
Like Zach Wiles would attest to this.
I was about to say, shout out Zach Wiles.
Yeah,
I mean, the similarities between the speed of like hardcore punk and like death metal and stuff,
Yep.
and bluegrass, the topics of it. I mean, there's
The
like
topics of it is what I'm talking about.
yeah, the heavy like and the biggest song about Tennessee is called or the Knoxville Girl. It's really about he like kills a girl and throws her body over the bridge. It's about and it's like yeah, and it's like that's a bluegrass song. Really quick, I just want to just get it like out there. Cody said something earlier, made me think about the thing that I kind of live by with like music is I don't like noodling and stuff. Like I don't think it's to listen to. So the big thing to me is like just because you can doesn't mean you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
That's like that is Septone's total ideology to me. That's Septone's total ideology to me. Is that's the whole point of Septum Bone, like the caveman music joke and stuff like that. Is like this is like primitive and like as early as we can make it. You know what I mean? Like this is what bare bones the hardest stuff we can write.
Also, I have a thing with that because I put it in every single review and I mean it as like the biggest compliment, and I don't think most people catch on to it. But the biggest thing is they do this with a purpose, not just fucking throw random shit. There's a reason for it, and that makes it the hardest thing ever. Also,
there's an adage that I like to say when it comes to like really noodly bands like Rings of Saturn or whatever you want. Like I said this when we were recording a couple weeks ago, and it made our engineer, the producer Jeremy, just laugh his ass off. I said, "Fuck this noodly shit. If I want noodles, I'll go eat fucking Chinese food."
You're damn right. Damn right. I'll do the same thing.
We don't talk about Rings of Saturn in this house.
No.
Okay, really quick. This has nothing to do with anything. Dan, Tim, do y'all know the original singer of Rings of Saturn?
Then fucking Speed or no, Spy.
The singer of the punk, like the hardcore punk band Spy.
Yeah.
The weirdest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. Thank you, Cody.
All I remember from him is his name's Ian Barrett. All I remember,
that was the other guy.
The guy before him.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry, but no, I remember Ian. He used to do YouTube covers. He was cool as fuck.
Yeah, and then he just got really boring.
Really boring. But he was
did
really
an interview with someone way back in 2014, and they're like, it was a live after a show, and it was a girl. She was like, so hey Ian, so like, could you do a quick rundown of like how you do your vocals? He's like, man, you just get up there and do that shit.
Damn right, brother. I don't need no technique. Also, I want to mention something because he got mentioned a second ago, and this kind of stays on our topic with music, and where we recently seen Septum Bone, which is Bob Fest, which was special to us because it was our first time ever doing press at a show, but also first of all, Cody, this is a compliment to you. You are a person, and I love when drummers do this. You can physically feel your drums. It's fucking crazy. Like the ground was like.
Gotta stand next to it.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, why's the ground shaking?
I would have loved in Tyler I did that sentence right there with.
I can feel you.
I mean this with a compliment.
I can feel
you. You are a person.
No.
You're a fella. But
Cody's a cryptid, I think.
He's a fucking critter, dude.
But this involves all of.
All of you are cavemen in some sort.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Andrew, bald. Tim's got the big beard. Like everyone's got their own caveman feature.
Also,
and Jay's like, no.
Tim said the most caveman thing at Bob Fest, which I thought was so funny. This had me cackling. But Tim says over the mic as loud as he can, break the fucking window. And then you hear Andrew in the background go, please don't. I was like, okay.
So,
I said like calls a Dr. Bill in the mic, and I feel like that's not as bad as like break a window. Like we ain't paying for property damage or nothing. We ain't hiring a lawyer.
The thing is you could say that in any other city we can ever play. But like my name is somewhat tied to that because like we're kind of a part of it, you know. So like, please don't.
Please don't.
Please don't.
And then just like, guys, you're embarrassing me.
And then he doubled down on it again. He was like, "No, do it.
Just do it."
Yeah.
So when Tim, you used to book shows here in Bristol, Johnson City, all that shit, all that good shit.
It's something here.
Yeah, you used to do shit. I don't. Who are you?
How old were you, Ashton? What year did you leave, Tim?
I left 10 years ago.
Ashton wasn't even born yet.
I really.
You were like 6.
So like.
You're an idiot.
I know.
You were 8.
So that was what,
Actually,
2014?
Yeah. So
I'm
Ashton was
18. I was 8.
30.
Wait, why
10
was
years
I
ago?
trying to do different math?
Because you're dumb.
I was trying to like add, subtract 10, and then
You're so smart. But
yeah.
also
I
there
was
was
born in
a
2005.
talking.
Don't
About,
say that out loud.
yeah, I don't like when you tell me when you were born.
I was already booking shows then.
You were in your junior year of high school, Tim.
I was a junior in high school booking shows.
Also, to talk about involves Ashton. There was a moment at Bob Fest where I had a special moment with Liam during Septum Bone's set. And that's just when Andrew, out of nowhere, just goes, "Shout out to Ashton!" And me and Liam just look at each other and just fell laughing. I was like, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Be nice to Ashton.
So I was actually trying to say it as a compliment. Ashton gave me an idea to say something on stage. So I said it, and I said shout out to Ashton because I was trying to say that they gave me the idea to say it.
But it just came out as shout out.
The way it came out was, it was our last song, and I was like, if you go to the Weenie Hut Jr., you can't stay in here for this next song.
Yeah.
That's
That's the energy we fucking bring, I swear to God.
Like, I was kicking him out.
Just by Ashton.
So
Me and Liam just lost
on
it.
stage, never mentioned me by name.
Oh.
Can I interject with something real fast?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is kind of the answer. One more question from way up earlier because before I forget, since Andrew mentioned something. So when you're talking about inspirations of bands, now I do not care what people think about this. So there's one more band that I take a massive inspiration on for really the frontman performance of that. Andrew is the embodiment of the exact way I think a frontman should act live, right? And another band to look at that like just makes me so happy is I Am, and because like that dude gets up on stage, and I remember seeing him out, and the first thing he says is, if you heard our most recent album, this one's for you. And then he says, if you haven't, then fuck you. And then just had middle finger out, and everyone was like, got my attention and just went fucking nuts. And
You said I am?
Yeah, it was I Am. And like,
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah,
and the thing is,
shout out other Andrew. His name's
yeah,
also.
yeah. And Andrew.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I
That's
get
how I was
I
saying
get a lot of
that was
inspiration vocally from I Am, like even though I'm not the vocalist, and like it makes me so happy that Andrew is the front for Septum Bone because like what you said about my drums or that you could feel them, like that makes me so happy too because my thing is I know Andrew's having a good time, I'm having a good time. I see Tim and Daniel up there just going away at it, you guys yelling because my thing is like when you're playing I know it's already hard enough playing your instrument, but my thing is like have a good freaking time up there and like show that like you're having a good time because like that might be the inspiration to some dude out there be like I don't know if I want to play music or not, but you see like you just rolling that thing just having a blast, like hell yeah, because we are having a freaking blast, so I'm gonna beat my drums.
I was actually trying to find something
Banging
because
banging
it's so
bang,
funny that you
nocturne.
said it because whenever I first heard Septum Bone, which was funny enough after you guys had played Knoxville Hardcore, the only reason I even found about you guys was because Andrew had a Pure Bliss shirt on, and I know those guys, and I was like,
So Dan's
Shout out
also
Pure Bliss.
yes, Dan's also friends with
oh
Pure Bliss.
hell yeah, they're awesome, I love them, but
Brandon is the homie.
he's awesome, I love him. But I was like, I gotta check out this band, I guess. And the first thing I said, because I was in the car with my girlfriend, I said, "Oh shit, it's like I Am, but if they were like from around us." And it's in my first review too. That ever did.
I'll take that.
I mean, I love that band, and whenever you have a band that instrumentally and also as hard as they are can just hit, is the coolest thing to me. Like I give them a lot of props for. None of the instruments in their band sound drowned out ever. Like everything hits, and you guys do the exact same thing. Like everything from the bass tone, the guitars, the fucking drums, and then vocally, it's like, oh, this is just hard.
I don't know if I don't know if I've ever actually even told Cody this. My old band played with like I Am when they were like a local band that was just like tour and stuff.
Yeah.
I probably honestly picked up a lot from Andrew like really early on. We were really like pretty cool. We played like 5 or 6 shows with him before we broke up or whatever. But he definitely had that like kind of fuck you, but like I'm having a good time attitude, you know.
Yeah.
I like to teeter a line where like I'm almost talking shit to you, but then like I'm just trying to have a good time too.
Unless it's me.
I guess like another like thing I kind of like look at as inspiration. Like vocally, like I like I probably said this before, but it's like I sit somewhere between like Obituary and Hatebreed is like my mindset that I'm trying to do intentionally.
The crowd is your instrument, and you do it very well.
Yeah.
So I like to look at like oh no, my mind just left me. What's the thrash band from Richmond? The big one, Municipal Waste. Municipal Waste. He kind of always did like the fuck you, not like vocally, like the way he like talks on stage. It was like he's having a good time. I like fuck you. I'm having.
Yeah, it's just funny.
How did you forget?
That band is fun live. I don't know if you guys ever seen them, but they're so great.
Love Municipal Waste.
They're so fun.
Also,
Obviously not.
Crash from the Christ.
Also, because I want to ask all 3 of you, because you know we're all here friends with the bald man Andrew himself. Cause whenever Andrew says the shit he does on stage, I'm like, I can't take this seriously, because I actually know him, and I'm like, this is the goofiest fucker I've ever met. Do you all feel that same way? But you're like, it's hard, but I could never take you seriously if I was there. Like moshing to your music, because I'm like it's so fun.
Audience member, and you knew Andrew, and he's saying some of the shit that he's saying.
I just sometimes cackle. I'm like, this shit's so fun. I'm gonna mosh for you anyway.
That's kind of my response.
Swing until they're dead.
Like is the question
swinging on nobody?
Is the question is the question?
I've seen him do it.
I have too.
Is the question if I knew Andrew like personally and I'm watching him perform, would I carry out the things he is calling out to me to do?
Like whenever he says like goofy like, do you take it serious? Like, because I bet you there are some people who've seen Septum Bone live who are like, this fucker must just be kind of crazy for the shit that he says. But knowing Andrew, when he says it, you're just like, that's
not
27-year-old dad.
No, because the thing is that because it's like it's to me it's the reason I really like what and I hate and I take away the theme of like what I said about I Am. It's just Andrew commands his crowd. Like this is the thing about vocal. Even though I'm not a vocalist, I know like what because I know what in a way I can do everything but actually do vocals. And my thing is like now he's obviously a vocalist. I am not and way better at it, but do know this one thing: a vocalist does have an instrument, and it's your crowd, and you command your crowd. It's like an orchestrator. The whole point is because the thing is, you know, you're not there to. And this might sound conceited, but I don't mean it in this way. It's like that you're not there to see them. They're there to see you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's not all eyes on Andrew. He has their eyes on them. So you are the orchestrator, and so you bring that attitude live. People will follow that and have an amazing time, and he does that very well.
Oh yeah, it like you all are just fun live. Like it's funny, but like it's funny to me because like I hear Andrew say some things, and I'm like, I just want to go up on stage and be like, "Hey buddy, love you, buddy."
Yeah, that's all we want to do. Is have
it's so akin to a wrestling promo to me.
Oh yeah,
like I'm just playing. I'm playing a character.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's the coolest shit. Like you all
Do you guys have caveman names on stage?
Have what?
You have what?
Caveman names.
No, but we fucking need them.
That'd be sick.
No. We have like me and Cody have like joke instruments. Cody's the pelt whacker.
I'm the pelt whacker.
And I'm the Neanderthal translator. Like that's
bit. I like the bit.
But that we don't go any further.
Now we gotta think of one for Tim and Dan.
Oh well, then like you know Dustin from Do Yourself In. He atoned me with the name Neanderthal. So I run with that one pretty hard.
But I will say this, and I do. This is a big compliment. But of all of Bob Fest, y'all had a hella memorable set where I'm like, damn, that was so much fun. And
Thank you.
It was a good time
Yeah.
because I have a bit that I go off now of I have to always target Ashton just because it's my best friend. You are my target now. So I was like, Ashton was on the other side of the pit, and I was like, I guess it's time, Ashton. I've been waiting all day. I was like, I'm coming for him. And then we were standing beside each other during the Wolverine Blues cover, and Ashton's head banging, and I did the hammer fist thing, and as soon as I came down, Ashton came up, and it was just dunk.
Oh!
And I was like, oh. I was like, Ashton, I'm sorry. And they were like, my bad.
I felt it, and then I was like, must have been.
You were just like, oh god. I was like, are you okay, buddy? You're like, yeah, I'm good. I was like, okay, cool, we're fine. We're having a good time.
Lines of our shows being fun, ha ha he he funny, but also damn, I gotta duck or I'm gonna get my ass knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
Duck, motherfucker.
we're not
So-
we're not a mean band, and
Not at all.
I mean that in the most serious form. We want there to be. You actually said it earlier. That you actually said kind of the secret sauce, if you will. There's a lot of really good bands out there, but the bands I see that really do well and have a lot of good crowd fun and people just having a good time is they have a substance with it as well.
Yeah.
And
They
this
have
is
live presence.
yeah, and
they're
that's
not-
part of it. And we have that. We have our theme to it, but at the same token, we do take the music seriously. But as he says, we don't take ourselves seriously,
Yeah.
and that's why we have a lot of fun.
I mean, Cody, one of the funniest pictures at Bob Fest was taken of you by Ashton. Was you
Really?
standing at the back
Outside.
smoking, and then
I know.
just behind you just... And I was like,
Oh,
That
yeah.
one.
that's a funny ass picture.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm trying to look as
See,
set up as
what I
possible.
look for in live bands, so there's a lot of bands that I like live, but I just don't listen to.
Yeah.
Like a lot of death metal, for example. I love watching the Bog live. I don't go out of my way to listen
that's
to Bog.
crazy.
Oh no, me neither.
Yeah, it is crazy, okay? But incredible live band.
I would agree.
Because they have every person on that stage has a personality.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
aren't just four kids up there playing instruments. They're moving. They're
Doing some shit.
Andrew likes to say shit about the bassist for Koyo stomping heads. I
Dude,
don't
yeah.
care.
Koyo was the softest band I watched at LGB last year, and their first song, the front crowd, the bassist is literally stomping people's heads, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's crazy to me. And again, that's I can't remember what someone was talking about. I think it was Bob Wilson on that last Hardlore. We're talking about there's not a lot of personality in hardcore right now, where you don't have a lot of guys that are willing to say kind of off the wall shit. Everyone's kind of playing it safe right now. I mean, I'm not saying anything outrageous because we're not political, but I say that every show. I'm like, well, I'm not political. I'm not gonna say some shit that's gonna change your fucking. I'm not trying to
goofy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get in your brain and make you leave the show thinking about something. I'm here to have a really, really good time.
Yeah.
I leave
Oh, yeah,
Septum
avian.
Bone shows for an Unga Bunga.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Also,
That is the experience we want.
because we've heard from this man the least so far, which is Tim here. Tim,
Tim,
live,
how are you?
you're like the Tasmanian devil, brother, and I mean that as the biggest compliment. But the beard, the hair, and
Yeah,
everything,
that
it's
is
like
the
it's the Tasmanian
the-
devil there.
perfect example.
It's the coolest thing ever.
the shirt off and the
It's awesome.
Was
I'm
shirt
like,
off?
I don't think he had a shirt off, but the just the beard and everything alone.
I like
Ashton's
to tell people to
fantasizing.
take their shirt off.
Can you do that actually next show?
Just take your shirt off. Just rip it off. And
during
it's
Vader. Oh yeah, let's talk about Vader.
So okay, wait. Sunday.
Yeah. So Sunday.
Okay, tomorrow we're playing Hangar 1819. Tomorrow with the post on YouTube. This upcoming Monday, February 5th, we're playing Hangar with Vader Origin, Inhuman Condition, and Angel Massacre.
I'm kind of disappointed. I'm bummed out because I can't
I
go.
told Tim that I told Tim I was gonna do Ignite and then jump.
Do it.
I hope
Just
somebody
in-
catches you.
into
We'll see. Somebody catches. But
I'm there
It's a
to
good,
see promote an
it's a
Inhuman
great
Condition.
stage venue. It's a great stage dive.
It
Perfect.
I've
is.
never been to Hangar.
It's one of my
It's
favorite
great.
venues ever.
Fun fuck.
It's great.
I'm upset that I can't go because I genuinely like going to Hangar because it's just a very fun venue.
Is
Uh,
that
I actually,
No.
before
Green.
Andrew even joined the band, I met Andrew. Well, met's a strong word, but it was like one of the first shows that Hanger ever had. And I stood maybe like 15, 20 feet from him.
Exactly.
Who was playing that show? Drain.
Ingrown, Pain of Truth,
Yeah.
Oh, Liam was there.
Fading Signal,
Yeah,
and
Fading Signal played.
Liam and Taylor were there, I'm
Fall.
pretty sure.
that band from Richmond. I can't remember. Fall something Fall. Anyways,
I don't remember them.
Fall
But
50
it's so
feet.
weird because, like, you know, we've been looking for a vocalist forever, and every person we had tried just wasn't a good fit. And Tim was like, I know this guy from back home named Andrew. And I was like, okay, cool. And I looked up his Facebook profile and I was like, where have I seen you before? And it turns out like 3 months before we were in a band together, I stood 15 feet away from him and Zach Wiles watching Drain. And I looked at them too, and I was like, them motherfuckers look like they're about to go in there and whoop ass. And they did.
So,
I love.
I guess I should ask, when did Septum Bone start?
Like,
The beginning of time.
yeah. So
Oh, okay.
God brought us
10,000
down.
Let's leave the band name out.
yeah, so essentially, like I had joined a band that Cody was working with, and it just kind of didn't work out. So
I texted you saying great playing with you.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, now we can do what we want. And
I was like, oh.
You're like, okay.
so and then
This guy, he's spitting.
I was interested.
we just started. We literally just got together, wrote a song like day one,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and we just kind of kept doing that, and then we started taking it seriously, and then we tried out some singers. No one we really wanted to work with, and that would be a good fit for us. And then I talked to Andrew, like literally, Andrew and I reconnected. 10 minutes later, I'm like, all right, here's a demo. Write some lyrics. See,
And then another 10
they
minutes
were
passed and he
perfect
had lyrics.
later. Andrew's in the band.
They were perfect.
Like it was all within 30
What
minutes.
song was it?
I don't think
it
it's
was
Grunt.
Well, I don't,
It was
I,
Grunt.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Grunt.
was it Grunt?
Yeah, it was Grunt.
I thought it was
The same lyrics that you wrote that day are what we use now.
I think I changed them a lot, but it's pretty close.
Can I talk about Rock Smash?
The original Rock
Yes.
Smash?
Okay. So,
Oh, God.
Dan, do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
So there is. So obviously we're mastering right now, getting the rest of the material out. But there is one extra song, and it's actually the first song that we wrote together. Because like literally, got up with Tim, said, "Hey, let's do this thing. I got someone in mind. It's Daniel," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Because I know Daniel. I said he's a mastermind.
Yeah, me and Cody have known each other since we were both like 18.
Yeah.
Tim and I were in a band together before this, and
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and Daniel, like, and I'm not even trying to like play his ego. Like, he's seriously a good God, fucking amazing person. You guys have witnessed that. So I was stoked as shit on that. So we got up and like I brought my computer over, and we set up in here. Like we just were just like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, let's go in here. And we didn't even say what we wanted to do. We didn't say what we were going to go for. All we said was death metal. And we went here and wrote half of a song, and like it was some of the best, like most, like literally one night and like maybe an hour of writing. And we were just, I was just so, I can't speak for you guys, but I know for me, I was just so happy with like how it sounded. So I was just like stoked on it, and so that I kind of went off with this thing I was saying that it was real fast. Like that's one reason we went through like trying to pick people to do the vocals, because we were so happy with it that we were like closely guarding it. Yeah, because vocals can be dicks. No offense, Andrew, but Andrew's not. He's fucking
No,
awesome.
you're right, 100%.
And he's like the perfect.
So-
yeah.
The real bread and butter of Septum Bone is that we don't force anything. No, that's the trick. We
No.
don't force anything.
And no,
Like I said, we wrote. So we have Rock Smash now that we play. But there's another Rock Smash that exists, and my wife bugs the hell out of me about it.
It's heavy as balls. It's so heavy. I wish we could use it, but we're in a different tuning.
Said bring back Rock Smash, and I'm like, no. And we have Rock Smash.
Yeah.
And it's Knox Smash if we're playing Knoxville.
Yeah. We
I
have.
can't take myself seriously with this chain on.
But
You better leave it on.
feels nice to just hold it.
yeah, it's like that song Rock Smash is like the chain. It's hard as balls, but we can't release it because it's in a different tuning. I wish we could though. I just had to say that because I'm like, there's always this one song that sits on our.
you can always throw it in as a bonus track.
It may get reworked eventually.
Yeah.
Will you guys, when y'all give a shout out to everyone involved in like recorded the new music coming out?
Yeah.
So yeah, if
Absolutely.
You, shout out to Jeremy White. He tracked our drums.
Yes.
I'm
Jeremy Hand also. Jeremy
Yeah.
plays in A Knife in the Dark.
Not for the dog.
Watch Myself Die.
Okay.
and
A whole bunch of other stuff.
producing all the guitars, and I'm mixing the drums too.
Hell yeah.
Working on all that good stuff while Dan cooks away.
Also,
And then who's tracking your vocals, Andrew? I don't even know.
I'm almost positive it's gonna be Chase down here. Every promise kept. All that.
I love Chase.
He does like home recording stuff, but it's so I want. Alex Dixon did them previously. Alex Ryan recordings. No, I would absolutely recommend him to almost every band ever. I'm just trying something new. I'm just trying to step outside the normal realm.
Yeah, no love lost for Alex. Alex is the shit.
Also, shout out
Alex,
to
my
Chase.
little brother, I love him.
Yes.
Shout out to Chase for our logo and everything, because Chase made our
Yeah,
logo.
Chase did. Chase did a shirt design for us. He's doing some other design work right now. He's dope. But I want to go more.
I'm gonna step away. I gotta pee.
So, you're good. I want a more like raw recording vocals. I want something that sounds a little more like ugly.
Awesome
And
shit.
Alex kind of specializes in more of a clean style. So it's more of just a stylistic difference rather than a personal issue of any kind.
Yeah.
But I would recommend 100% of band to Alex most of the time. So.
Also, to go back on your thing of you guys don't take it too serious. Like, you take the music seriously, but you guys are very just like, we want people who can do things right and make it sound like us. I can definitely see it knowing all of you and getting to know all of you. It's like, oh yeah, these dudes are just here. Like, it's not like super serious, like we want to tour every facet of the earth. It's just like, no, we're here to just make banging ass music that's just fun, and it just sounds like us.
So the last band me and Tim were in, near the end of our tenure there, it felt like work.
Yeah.
Right? And we've all got fucking jobs. We don't want this to feel like work.
Yeah.
Right.
We want this to be fun.
So I don't want to do it anymore. When it stops being fun, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah,
So-
that's what we say every fucking time. And so far, especially playing fucking East Tennessee, it has never felt like work a day that we've been doing Septum Bone. It has only felt like an escape from our actual lives, in a good way, of course.
Ask me
but
that.
it's always
I'm
been,
done mixing this EP.
yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. The jury's out. Give me a month.
Septum
And so,
Bone
how
from
sick you are the songs then?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
No.
No.
Are we from there? No.
Nah.
Not a single member even lives
No.
Second home.
there.
I will say that, definitely.
I don't know, Dan. When you said that at Bob Fest, I don't know if you heard it. People were like, second! Like, people were actually mad. It's so funny.
Were they really?
Yeah,
I'm
people
sorry.
See, you, YSD, and No Cure all have the same second home. How does that feel?
Yeah,
It feels great. Tyler from Your Spirit Dies is a really good friend of mine.
let me tell you
He's
about that band.
I'm reaching out to him in a couple of days.
Are we
Hell
doing-
yeah.
Are we finally doing our
He is
first
the
episode?
sweetest dude. It's funny enough, like, personally, No Cure and Your Spirit Dies are on, like, I've got, like, a list of bands that I want Bone to play with, and we finally got to check off Your Spirit Dies Pop Fest. Unfortunately, we had to leave because of the bad
Same.
weather. and we
Same
didn't
here.
see their set. But the first thing that their vocalist Brandon said to us when we got outside was the biggest compliment I think I've ever gotten. Was just, damn, didn't know y'all's dick was that big.
He's like, I didn't know that y'all was talking about your wiener when you said septum bone. Shit.
That's sick. That's hard.
I don't know if you want to talk about this, but the thing that you said after your set
To a
to a
certain-
certain Christian man.
To a certain Christian vocalist.
Okay, I'll shoot on Maddie. I'm not gonna say shoot. I mean shoot in the wrestling term here. Yeah, no.
Oh, man, that's
Shoot as in wrestling.
Just did.
All right.
Daniel from Septum Bone will assassinate.
Yes.
no.
Yeah, the FBI's at my house now. So Matt Montgomery from For Today, right?
Yep.
Was at that show, and I still, Cody would say this too. He's in the bathroom right now. I think that Bob Fest was the best set we've ever played as this band.
Hell yeah.
As far as crowd reaction, like
Oh yeah, no doubt.
like me and Tim were walking the stage, and there was a kid that couldn't have been more than like maybe 10.
Shout out
That-
Tate.
Who?
It's Tate.
Tate's the goat.
That's Tate.
Tate and his dad are the craziest.
They're from Tri-Cities. They're like a father-son duo mosh group. They're the greatest.
They're awesome.
Well, shout out Tate and his dad.
Yep, Tate and Brent.
Because
Tate walked up to me and he goes, me and my dad have a cool setup in our living room, and we listen to Ignite and sing it together. And I said, I'm going to cry. You shut up.
Awesome.
He sang the lyrics. I gave him the mic during our set.
Was it Tate that said that?
I seen the video, but he was
Tate
like
was the
saying
one
those
who-
lyrics
Tate
while
said,
me and Tim were walking to the stage, and we were like, "What the
you
fuck
wait
is
a,
going on here?"
you wait a second, Asher, because I'm telling this story because this had me cackling.
Is
At
this
the
the Tate where we're interviewing Chain and he walked by me and he just goes, "Fuck you."
Just walks down, she goes, "Fuck you," and walks away.
We're about to start our interview with Chain, the homies, and he
Uh,
just goes. Tate walks past me, and I was like, "You're doing great, Tate. How are you?" And he goes, "Fuck you," and walks away.
And I was
It's
like, everybody was like, "Damn, he's right for that."
We had a show Saturday that I booked in the in Kingsport. His dad got knocked cold flat out.
Yep.
Like
during
hit-
Rapture.
It was during
Yeah,
Rapture.
hit.
Yep.
I think during the All Out War cover, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Got hit and straight up like crumpled straight down.
Oh,
Gone.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oopsie.
I accidentally,
but
I guess, put a hurting on somebody too during Chunked, and I didn't mean to.
but yeah, like so we were walking to the stage, and Tate, I now know his name. Shout out Tate. Screamed our lyrics at us, which I was like, what the fuck? And then like people were stage diving. People I didn't know were taking the mic for songs that aren't even out yet.
Yeah.
Like that's why I was like, Knoxville is home
Whoops.
2.0 for us,
I will.
because we get the most love and the best crowd reaction. Like I was only our second time playing there.
So-
Anyway, that's
Oh yeah.
There's also
beside that. So Maddie Montgomery from For Today was there.
Yeah.
Just do a quick Google search, anybody that's watching this, about, or just look up his Twitter. If you're anybody that doesn't know, I'm a gay man. And
oh,
right?
You mean to tell me you've been best friends this long?
Yeah, right.
You're gay?
Yeah.
how could you?
Tim takes off his hat.
Yeah. It's news to me too, man. Anyway, so Maddie Montgomery, who I can totally tell it's him because he's wearing a 4-2-day hat. And I'm like, dude, you haven't been in that band in like 10 years. If we're gonna get heat for this, I'm kind of okay with it.
We're not. No, we're
Um,
not. No, we're not.
We're
but
going to
Maddie Montgomery came up to me and fist bumped us and said, "Good set." And that was like, I was like, here's my chance. I can do it. And I was like, thank you. I'll tell my boyfriend you said that.
Walked away.
And just like fucking
Also,
yeah.
best thing ever. That should have me. Also,
Yeah,
there's a. there's a really good picture at Bobfest too during your guys' set when Ashton hopped up on stage because it was like this is a weird thing, I guess, but as being a little bit older now, I'm like, Ashton's kind of like a little sibling to me where I'm like, you do all the things that I loved doing when I was young at hardcore shows. So watching Ashton go up there, there's just a picture of me just like, holy shit, it's my two best friends doing something cool. And I'm just staring.
That's the first time we've gotten a clear picture of me and Andrew doing Ignite together.
Yeah.
So the first time I was in the back with the mic stand.
Mm-hmm.
And like you had to zoom in to see me. You could hear me.
Mm-hmm.
The second time was at the Woodman and it was dark and it was from Erica's phone. I think it was Erica holding it just up and you can't see me, but you hear me. And then just seeing my bright orange hoodie right next to Andrew was like, that is the greatest moment of my life.
It's a cool
I that Instagram post you made about that picture, by the way, fucking...
See, Liam and I have a very emotional connection to Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so...
Me and Liam, or me especially, I talk to Andrew every day. Like, Andrew has helped me through...
It's so much.
He hates it. Like, Andrew's been there for me, and, like, I was talking to Phil from Chain. And I was like,
Phil.
Anytime that, like, Andrew gets sent something, he just goes, hey, you guys want to hear this? I was like, sure. And he goes, yeah, I sent that to him. No, I sent those demos to him and Tim both, knowing that they're going to send them to other people. So I've heard all the Chain new songs. I've heard all the Septum Bone songs. I've seen the Septum Bone lyrics. So that's, I mean, a lot of how I know the unreleased lyrics because Andrew's like, hey, is this hard?
I mean, also there's a thing with me and Andrew too. I know Andrew doesn't want this episode to be like, oh gosh, there's a thing about me, but there has to be because I think personally like Andrew is a big reason that I even started going to shows again. Because I hit a point last year where like I wasn't going to anything and I was like, why am I still doing this if I'm not going to shows? And
I'm gonna fuck myself then.
It was you and Andrew, but Andrew was always like, you just need to fucking come, dog. You'll have so much fun. And I was like, fine. So I decided to go to the No Cure show and I was like, damn, I did kind of miss this. And now I've hit a point where at one point I was like, I kind of fucking hate living in Tennessee. I don't have any friends here. And I'm like, oh, there's all these really cool people here who like the shit that I like.
That was the big... Andrew?
Well, I was going to say, like, if you haven't figured out, all the other three members live in North Carolina, and I live in East Tennessee. We've talked about it before, but I have booked shows in East Tennessee, and East Tennessee is like in the coolest part it's ever been for me. There's no clique, there's no issues, there's no beef internally for like the straightforward hardcore scene. That we just you get there, and every person it takes you 15 minutes to say hello to everybody because not a single person in that room. Are you not going to dap up and say what's up? Yeah, it's cool as hell. And also, No Cure, we talked about him earlier, but happy birthday, Blythe.
Yeah,
is today Blake's birthday?
It is.
It's Blake's birthday.
Happy birthday, Blake! Woo!
Also,
wait, like today or the day this is getting released?
No, today.
Today, so
it'll be
happy late birthday, Blake.
Late on YouTube.
But yeah, no, it's really cool like having our little scene here, and I'm happy that like of course everybody in Septum Bone fucking loves it. Because I always say this is we have like the coolest scene here because I've lived all across the country at this point. So I've interacted with a lot of different scenes and I've had a lot of experience of just shit. And I was honestly worried about that coming to shows here. I was like, I don't want to deal with this shit again. And then I was like, oh, everybody here's just friends and it's cool. And then it was even weirder at the first show I fucking went to. I think Ashton knows probably my favorite like recent band of years has been Your Spirit Dies. I fucking love that band. And I was like, just like, oh yeah, that's a really sick band. I walk outside of the venue, and Ashton's talking. I think it was Tyler's who you were talking to, and you went, "This fucker threw his chair thanks to your band," and I was like, "Oh, hey, you're from that band."
Like,
just to clarify too, I don't know if you've actually said it. Tyler's uncle and aunt are North Carolina, like old school Prayer for Cleansing era.
Yep.
Hardcore kids.
They are.
You
So
guys
cool
probably know each other.
Cool connection.
Yeah, I feel very grateful for all the shows.
They hate us.
I'll bet his iPad died or
Probably.
his iPhone.
But
Give him a
like,
second.
Knowing that I know some of these bands and I know some of these people, like Tyler, Brandon, Blade, Dewey, the Allen
Dewey's
twins.
the shit.
The Allen twins crack me the fuck up. Free Josh Allen.
Free Josh Allen. Dewey's
Free
other
Josh
band.
Allen.
God, what's the other band Dewey plays for?
Oh,
He's not in Dogmatic, is he?
no, that's Florida. No, Dewey does. Oh, if you want to set it, hold on.
come on, Andrew, use that bald head. You got it.
Bleak.
Bleak.
Oh, that band's sick as fuck. I love that
Shout
band.
out Bleak. They fucking rock.
Awesome.
So
band.
I fill in for a North Carolina band every now and again called Dull Morning. Everybody that's listening to this podcast, check out Dull Morning. All those dudes are the sweetest dudes on earth.
That's funny because the drummer filled in for EPK one show.
Yeah, Jonathan told me about that. Yeah,
That's funny.
Jonathan, Owen, Brandon, Caleb, some of my best friends on earth.
Caleb's one of the best drummers in North Carolina.
100%. He's excited now.
Huh?
He's in excited now.
Oh, that's sick.
That's sick as fuck.
I know
I
Excited.
want that band to come back.
Yeah, Excited played Knox Fest 1.
Hell yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Dull Morning.
Because Owen from Dull Morning was filling in on them with them on guitar.
I have
That tour.
a hoodie from one of the. I don't know if he's still in the band. He was one of the members of the band. I know that, but Joshua Paris.
Maybe I know Gage because
Alright.
Gage was in Change Spiral.
But yeah, I have a hoodie from him because he does like clothing now. It's really cool. It's like it's an ACAB hoodie. It's apple cherries, apples, bananas. It's really cool. I love that fucking.
The Gage Lanza tap dance extravaganza.
Yes. Shout out Thus Spoke. Where's I going with this Dull Morning conversation? I completely forgot.
I was talking about North Carolina and filling in and stuff like that. Talking about Caleb being a good drummer, and then I mentioned
My old heads.
I don't know.
forget where I was going with that, other than like listen to them.
But North Carolina has a sick scene though. You guys have like.
100%.
I was actually.
Shout out Fading Signal, Almost Heaven, Eyes Wide Shut.
Absolutely.
We actually talked about.
Feeling, Soul to Keep.
I can
I
do a
think
bunch.
Super Eggs from here.
We talked about it with Chained because of course a lot of my start came from bands from the Charlotte area, like of that era when it was like Pray for Cleansing, Undying, Azazel, and all that shit.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah, like
Here.
I was just like, yeah, I grew up on like my uncle grew up and is friends with all those bands because he went to high school with all of them, and they'd be like, yeah, let's just go to shows all the time. So it's cool because I'm like, oh yeah, this like all my favorite music that I still love to this day just came from that little area that I was fortunate enough to live in for about a year and a half, and would love to again someday because Charlotte is, I consider it kind of like my second home because I just love that place. And
Same.
My boyfriend lives in a suburb of Charlotte. It's a great area.
I love Charlotte.
Which one?
Stanley.
Okay. I lived in Midwood.
My dad lives.
Okay.
My dad lives in Concord.
Oh, I used to work in Concord. So.
I'm a diehard Hornets fan. As painful as it is, I have 100 shirts in this closet over here. So 100.
I forget. I always forget that Andrew's a sports guy.
Big sports guy.
It really throws me off.
Big sports guy.
Honestly, most of the people in Septum Bone are, except for Cody.
Really, you all are just sports fans?
Yeah.
Hell,
I'm a basketball fan, and I know that Tim's a big football guy.
Me and Tim are really big NFL and like mixed martial MMA stuff. People.
how often do y'all gamble on sports?
Never.
Damn.
I had to stop. See, so my partner Courtney really pissed me off with sports gambling, so I don't do it anymore. Courtney knows very little about sports, so with sports bet and just bet like the most outrageous shit you've ever seen and hit every time. So I just got pissed and stuff.
So Courtney calls you to
Also,
rage quit
Cody
gambling.
just texted me. Tim's phone died, so give him a second.
Okay,
They'll be back.
gotcha.
Courtney's win-loss on like FanDuel would probably be outrageous.
That's fucking.
I'd say
hilarious.
I'd say they've made threefold the money they put in.
Holy shit.
That's not even a joke.
I'm not surprised. Courtney seems just like. I feel like if they would just be so sporadic and it's like okay, you won that. Fuck you. I'm mad.
Do what?
Where the chain at?
My bad.
How heavy? I bet that thing's a motherfucker.
Dude, it's heavy as shit, and it'll turn your neck green.
Yeah.
Like, I was afraid to wear that thing in public because I thought I was going to get my chain snatched, and then I looked at it and I was like, this is the fakest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. I'll be fine.
You're like, you think I'll get robbed wearing this? And I said, no, Daniel. Not at all.
This man was convinced.
It's going to get you the opposite.
Yeah, we started back up. I've already got it pulled up.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna in 15 more, and we'll get out of here.
Let's have some closing arguments.
Best fast food place.
Best fast food place? Are we all right? Do we mean national, regional,
National?
beef national?
Raising
Wendy's.
Cane's.
National? It's a tough.
Raising Cane's.
There's no. That's regional.
It's
national.
It's national at this
So,
point.
so it has to be a national food chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. McDonald's.
I'm going to go BK.
Oh God.
That's
I wanted to throw you guys a curveball.
You
That's-
really do hate yourself, Tim.
No, I just want to fuck with you guys.
All right. So national is Wendy's. Regional is Pals. Shout out Pals.
It's Taco Bell and Pals for me.
okay.
Taco Bell's and Raising Cane's, but Pal's for the regional bias.
And Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box goes
Fuck
hard.
I don't fuck with Jack in the Box.
Hold
It's
up.
just-
You guys clearly have not had the spicy popcorn chicken from Jack in the Box because that shit goes. That shit
Fuck Jack.
goes.
The egg rolls.
Those are good too.
Why didn't none of you say Cookout?
Cookout's also gangster.
Because it's a
Cookout.
regional chain to me still, and I can't
Yeah.
put it over Pals.
I get the craziest Cookout order. One of the
I don't
craziest.
want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Why you're gonna be like?
What's your go? Everybody, what's your go-to tray? Cookout.
So I usually do 2 trays,
That's a baller.
double
Respect.
hamburger, and then quesadilla and fries on one, and then I do 2 quesadillas and fries or cheese curds on the other one. I go all out with it.
My go-to tray is one tray like a normal person, and I get 2 chicken quesadillas, cheese curds, and either French fries or chicken nuggets.
Okay.
I get a
Andrew?
big double burger with a quesadilla and Cajun fries, and a peanut butter fudge shake every time.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
and the orange push-up shake.
I usually get a Coke.
That's a throwback right there.
Or a cheer one if I'm feeling frisky.
My tray is gonna be a regular burger, some fries and hush puppies, and then whatever shake I'm feeling. It's never the same.
If I'm getting a shake, it's never the same. I gotta mix
So
it up.
for me, it goes strip tray, nugs and cheese curds as a side, maybe a quesadilla or a chicken wrap if I'm feeling frisky. Huge cheer one, no ice. I know everybody's like, the Cookout ice. It comes out of the fucking machine cold. It's taking up space in my cup.
You're damn
That's
right.
my thought.
You're damn right.
Huge cheer one, no ice,
Cookout
and a
ice.
strawberry cheesecake milkshake.
That's a good ass answer.
Cookout ice. Andrew, why are you standing like this?
Standing, he's sitting.
I'm much more interested in the food conversation than I have been so far.
Fat ice.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Also,
Oh,
Tim.
before I forgot, Cody had to leave.
Dude,
Oh, yeah,
Bone's a big boy band. I don't care what anybody says. We're a big boned ass band.
So
We
Tim,
are.
Tim,
Like,
we're gonna go individually now. So Tim, you said Taco Bell.
Yeah.
What's the Taco Bell order?
Honestly, I've been throwing it up lately. It's been a little different lately, but
Okay.
old school chicken quesadilla, that's a move. A quesarito, a steak quesarito, pretty
That's a
good.
good one.
Honestly, like just some old school tacos.
Okay, that's a good ass answer.
Classic.
Just some old school like chicken or steak tacos.
Hell yeah.
Please tell me someone else is seeing that happened to Andrew.
What?
what?
Huh? What happened to Andrew? I thought this fucker was about to tell me that a ghost just ran by. I was like, yeah, probably would.
That's what I was thinking.
I was like,
So you guys can see it.
Oh, okay. I was like,
No, what?
I don't see anything.
Oh.
I just see Andrew, which as
Yeah.
scary as that is,
Andrew.
sometimes. But
I see what looks like a Chipotle burrito in the top right-hand corner of his screen there.
I can see
Oh, that.
I was
That's
like,
levitating.
I have that window leaks air real bad, and I never fixed it, so I have insulate like metal insulation shoved in it.
You just shoved a Chipotle burrito in there.
So
Yeah.
can I save my Taco Bell order?
go for it.
So whenever I get Taco Bell, I'm always with Max. All right,
Who's Max?
my boyfriend,
Oh,
who is watching right now.
hello, Max.
So I get a steak quesadilla, a regular crunch wrap. Why is my mom okay?
A regular
Watching,
crunch wrap.
a regular crunch wrap, and then I'll either get just a soft taco or a Doritos Locos taco, nacho cheese, or Cool Ranch, whichever one I'm feeling, and then large Baja Blast,
If you're not getting a Baja, you're not going to Taco Bell. So
or I'll get the blue raspberry like slush. You know what I'm talking about?
if you
Yeah.
catch me if you catch me killing Ashton one day, just know it's because they got that and not a Baja Blast.
Okay, I get both.
That's fine.
And then if it's me and Max together, we get 12 Cinnabon Delights.
Those are killer. Okay. To
I
realize-
like when they come.
Oh, you like the hot steamy cum pockets? I love those things too.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
So I will say we all did collectively mention pals.
Yeah.
What y'all?
So
did.
I'm a hot dog. I'm actually a chili bun pals guy.
Dude, the hot dogs are goated.
Well, see, I don't even get the hot dog. I get a fucking chili bun.
And
I get 2 chili buns, large fry. I open the chili buns. I stick fries in it, and you have chili fries.
that's
Oh,
a
that's brilliant.
that's a
I
great.
never thought about that.
Thank you, Andrew.
Dude,
You
yeah,
get a chili bun there?
Yeah, you can.
yeah, dog. It's extra chili too.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Dan's only been to Pals a couple of times.
Yeah, that's pal.
My order, Ashton got really upset with me for, is a double big pal, no tomato, add cheese and bacon, a large fry, and a hot dog.
That's fucking
It's a good
1400.
deal.
Yeah,
You're damn right.
but
So-
yeah,
That's like it's worth it too.
I can't digest.
I've only been to Pals
1500
twice,
Okay.
and both times it was a spiritual experience.
It's amazing, isn't it?
God,
Did you get
I
the sweet
want
tea?
to franchise one of them here so bad.
Did you get a sweet tea?
But my now go-to order is double pal with cheese, add ketchup, mayo, bacon, and pickle. Large Frenchy fry. You got to say Frenchy fry.
Yep.
And large raspberry tea.
Hell yeah.
Now, my
Razzie.
Taco Bell order varies because I only go there with my boyfriend as well, who's probably going to be watching this later. Usually, chalupa supreme, cold lettuce and tomatoes, steak, grilled cheese burrito, or a steak quesarito, whatever's in season.
It's like whatever
And-
season at the local time.
Yeah, whatever's fresh. And
What would you recommend?
yes, and Crunch Wrap Supreme, no lettuce, no tomato. And then Baja Blast. And if I'm feeling frisky, for my non-straight edge people out there, tequila and Baja Blast. Woo!
Don't give me ideas.
I just farted and it smells horrible.
All right, Tim. What the fuck was that about, Ashton? But Tim,
Sorry, we were talking
Tim,
about
what's your
Taco
pal's order, buddy?
What was
What's
the
your pal's
question?
order?
I'm sorry.
What's your pal's
What's your
order?
pal's order?
It's a big pal with cheese, ketchup and mustard only, a large Frenchy fry, and a peach tea with light ice.
Good choice.
You gotta go.
All right. I don't. It's very rare for me to eat lunch at Pals.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
why do you think I get a full meal? It's the only thing I'm eating that day because I'm fucking full.
I get 2 large cheddar rounds
Oh, breakfast.
Good move.
Okay.
and a sausage.
Pals has
biscuit.
breakfast?
Yeah, they have breakfast.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
banging too.
Ashton, are you getting the cheddar rounds with the sea salt with the seasoning on it? You get it with fries seasoning on it. Order with fries seasoning.
So, you guys want me to tell you a little trick about Pals that maybe some of you don't know?
If you blow up the place, you get free cheddar rounds.
No,
No. That's called a federal crime.
no. I got
You get
a
a
pals
felony.
pack too. Let's go.
Uh,
Run
grill salt on the fries.
Okay.
It's good as fuck.
There's 4 locations that has peanut butter milkshakes.
Whoa.
Kingsport, the original one downtown.
Okay.
The second one in Lynn Garden, the Johnson City Mall, and there's one in Greenville that's a walk-in. And they're the only 4 that have peanut butter milkshakes. None of the drive-thrus have them. You have to be able to walk up to the counter, and they make a peanut butter milkshake with real Skippy peanut butter. They like scoop it out of the jar, dude.
Andrew, I'm getting Pals tomorrow.
Wait, Tyler, you don't like peanut butter?
For Pals, I will probably like it. And I've told you my thing with peanut butter is it has to be like Reese's, basically just sugar.
Skippy is that.
Same.
Yeah,
Same.
I don't. If
Alright.
it's like 90% sugar, I'm gonna love that shit.
So let's go ahead. I'd like to thank you all.
We're gonna go ahead and
Thank
end it.
you.
We do appreciate.
Thank you.
I know Cody's not here, but Cody, we do appreciate you as well.
Thank you, Cody. I genuinely, this is one of my favorite podcasts we've ever done.
This has been a really fun one. Possibly
This is our first
one of the funniest ones.
One of the funniest, and this is our first full band podcast.
Is that too?
Online.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
I mean, more than likely, you all are gonna make a reappearance because we'll probably catch you at a show or something and be like, "Hey, you wanna come do an interview?"
Hell yeah.
Fuck. And at this
If you
point, I think we have another
If you-
episode planned out with involving Andrew that might happen as well. That I mentioned.
Dude.
I thought I told you. I know I mentioned it to Jay that I was gonna try to get you two to do an episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One about booking shows.
all right, getting that schedule to line up is gonna be hell.
We'll figure it out.
I guess the only thing is we have a promotional, not quite an EP, but kind of an EP coming out this spring, I guess, probably.
Also,
I assume.
Hopefully.
We play a show February 5th.
Vader and Origin.
Vader and Origin.
Danger,
and,
Origin, and Human Condition.
Yep, at Hangar in Greensboro. And more shows to be out for later this year.
Yep,
Also,
there's some stuff in the chamber.
I was gonna ask you all if you don't mind. Fuck, I'll just leave it in here. But would you all care collectively to make a playlist of bands that inspire Septum Bone? So we can have a
Yeah.
playlist?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Pretty,
Cool.
It's pretty much already made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I already sent it.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. That's where we're gonna end this week, guys. We'll catch you next week. We love you all, and bye.
Love y'all. Thank you for having us.
There's Getting Bone.